Look who Annabelle found this morning. Is that Scarly? She's fast asleep. Annabelle, do you know where the elf is? Oh, this is what she does every morning. Oh my goodness. Hates that thing. Good morning, you guys, and welcome to a new vlog. This morning has been a little crazy. Annabelle is definitely going through the terrible, crazy times.
But she's got her pot fish right now.
Yes, she does. Today's video is actually sponsored by Home Chef, so we're gonna be doing like a cooking portion of the vlog. But also in today's video, I wanted to do kind of like just a chill Q&A. So we're gonna bring you throughout our day, and then I ask you guys questions on Insta stories, and yeah, it's basically all about life adjusting to 2 under 2. It's for sure the craziest ride we've ever been on. Way crazier than like one child, by the way. So we're gonna answer your questions. Right now we're actually going to a doctor's appointment for Annabelle, who's getting her flu shot booster, and Scarlett, who is
getting her 2-week update.
Yeah, getting her 2-week checkup. And we're gonna see how much Scarlett weighs. That's always like the first thing I care about as a breastfeeding mom, so it should be fun. But anyways, I thought I would start off with the first question. Okay, so this one is from Super Nurse Des. She says, how has the transition from 1 baby to 2 babies been? Has Annabelle been adjusting okay? You guys, it's been a hot mess. Like the hottest mess it could possibly be. I honestly thought this is gonna make me sound so like downer, but I honestly thought to myself that it would not be as challenging as it's been. And I don't want to like scare anyone that's like looking to have another child, but I just think like Annabelle is going through, well, she was going through, knock on wood hard, like the 2-year-old regression, like right when we brought Scarlett home. So she like didn't want to sleep. She was jealous, but it wasn't like so severe. What was like the most challenging thing that has happened?
Like it was
within the past 2 weeks.
Like Annabelle, for some reason, just wouldn't sleep.
Yeah, she like did not want to sleep. And
so she just laid on me and screamed in my ear.
Yeah, and we honestly like did not know like what it was. We were like, is it because we have a new baby? Is it because I'm breastfeeding the new baby?
I thought she might have been like teething. I thought she was sick.
Molars. Is she sick? Or we thought, well, maybe it's a 2-year regression. And she legit would like scream herself to sleep 5 days in a row. Yeah. And I thought it was just never ending. I was like, what happened to my child?
I know.
Like, this is the worst. We would both like, well, I would cry. He would want to cry.
Before this happened, I was like, I'm gonna just put Annabelle down, get some work done.
Like not a big deal.
Because Scarlett's sleeping.
But no. And luckily the past like 2 nights, it hasn't been. I feel like we're totally jinxing ourselves, but
yeah. It hasn't been as bad.
It has not, like she just went to sleep, so maybe it was a regression. But I just think like all of it combined, maybe.
It was wild.
So that was the hardest part. But otherwise, she like loves Scarlett now.
She like
at first
wants
she
to
kind of
hold her. She sits down on the ground and is like, let me hold her.
Yeah, she bat her head twice the first week because she was like, that's my milk. Like she didn't understand. But now she doesn't mind. Like when I breastfeed her, sometimes she'll be like, hey, like she'll like realize. But she's like grown so much within the past 2 weeks. Like I feel like she's a huge baby. So I just think like, yeah, it definitely takes a long time to transition. I think we're still transitioning, but it's getting better. Doug insists on carrying both because he says I'm still recovering, but little does he know I'm totally capable. Let's go. So we just got done with their appointments. Annabelle obviously got a shot, but she was fine.
Yep,
Doug, you have a Paw Patrol sticker stuck to your arm.
Paw Patrol.
I hate that show so much.
It's copyright claim, like just from that little thing.
My luck. Anyways, Scarlett's doing very well. She's almost 8 pounds, which is crazy.
Every day Haley's been like, I hope she's like getting food.
And I have my own baby scale, so I know she is.
Yeah,
but
and sometimes Scarlett will just kind of like fall asleep a little bit, and Haley's like, wake up, wake up.
Okay, I'm like, not slapping her.
Making sure that she
Well,
eats.
she's been sleeping through the night. I have to like wake her up. So I'm like, that kind of worries me. I don't know. It's like really rare, and I know it's not gonna last. Like she's for sure gonna start waking up.
Yeah.
But I just thought maybe she's like not getting enough because I'm not feeding her like in the middle of the night. Although I have been waking her up.
She's put on 2 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
huge amounts of weight.
It's just crazy because if you guys have watched like my channel from when Annabelle was born, you'll know that breastfeeding was a mission with my first
Yeah,
child.
it was so hard.
I literally cried all the time. There's like videos on my channel of me like just bawling because I could not figure it out. And I was in like pain and she had all this stuff going on, like tongue and lip tie. And Scarlett actually does have a lip tie. Like I can see it clear as day.
But they say it's not something that has to be like dealt with.
Well, it's not like a class 4 like Annabelle, and she doesn't have a tongue tie. So she can like actually open her mouth
Annabelle,
to
like, couldn't open her
grasp.
mouth.
Yeah, Annabelle like could barely open her mouth. So that like worried me. Right when she came out, I was like, check for the tongue and lip tie. Because that like just hindered us so much. But yeah, she's doing very well. We are really so thankful. Like it's insane. This next question is from Anya Deanna Yu. I got it. Okay. Well, I know it's not right, but at least I tried. She says, how long did it take you to recover after giving birth? Yesterday was the first day I did not take pain medic. Actually, no. I took one like at the end of the day because I like was starting to feel it again. But usually, how much pain medication do you really take? I mean, it's different for everybody, obviously.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to alternate between 2 different pain medications like all day.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing up until yesterday. So it was like Motrin and Tylenol. Wait, what was it?
Yeah.
Motrin and Tylenol.
Tylenol, ibuprofen.
Yeah, Tylenol, ibuprofen. I didn't take any oxycodone or whatever because I feel like I didn't need it. I did tear 2nd degree, which I told you guys already.
Well, TMI.
But yeah, whatever. Nothing's TMI. But yeah, like it wasn't. How many days was that?
We're now on like the 16th day.
Yeah, so yesterday, it took me like, I think 15 days. Yeah, 2 weeks to feel like I could actually walk around and not be in pain. So yeah, way better than a C-section. So I'm just about to make lunch, and today I am partnering with Home Chef, like I told you guys earlier, and we're actually making homemade chimichangas. I've never made a chimichanga before, so we'll see if it turns out and if it's good. But you guys know we're obsessed with Home Chef. We actually don't just use them for dinner. We like to use them for lunches if we, for instance, like today, don't have anything to prepare for lunch. But yeah, they're called homemade chimichangas with pico de gallo, and the recipe card looks really good, so we will see if it's tasty. So if you guys have never heard about Home Chef before, I'm sure you've heard from my channel, but we love it. It's basically a weekly meal delivery service. And I also like it because you can customize the delivery date. You can skip a week or pause your account. You're not locked into any crazy contract or anything like that. So for instance, when we went on vacation in California, we just paused our account. But we like to treat ourselves at least once a month to a week of Home Chef dinners or lunches, whatever we choose, because it really is a treat to get all of their meals. There hasn't been one meal that we don't like, and I'm being 100% honest with you guys. They are our favorite meal delivery service, and we like them also because they have like unique flavors in all of their meals. It's not just like super plain food. We've tried Indian dishes from them. We've tried Mexican dishes. We've actually tried like a banh mi like burrito, which isn't banh mi Vietnamese, Doug? Yeah, Vietnamese. So they have like all kinds of different flavors, and also kind of like teaches you how to cook. So if you're not a great chef, like I'm not the best cook, you can feel like a pro when you cook with Home Chef, because they give you a little card that comes with every single one of your meals, and it tells you the exact step-by-step instructions and also includes pictures, so you really cannot mess up. I've never messed up a meal, and let me tell you, I have burned and like just made things raw plenty of times when I've cooked, but definitely not with the Home Chef meals. And each of the meals, like for dinner or lunch, depending on whatever you choose, they come with the exact amount of ingredients, so you don't have any waste when it comes to cooking your meal. You're literally using the entire bag of food. Not to mention, the portions are not skimpy. The 2-person servings actually feed me, Doug, and Annabelle, and we're all super full. Like, I actually don't even finish all of my meals half the time. So yeah, they give you plenty of food. And I actually do have a $30 discount code that I will put on the screen here and down below. It's Haley30, so it gets you $30 off your first order with Home Chef, which is a really good deal. It makes your first time trying them very affordable. So yeah, check the link below and you guys can try it out for yourself. This is what happens when you don't buy the automatic rock and play. Doug just sits there tapping it with his foot. Also, it's Christmas Day for Doug because he bought himself a new laptop, which is very necessary. Everyone's gonna wanna know, what's your laptop? What? Oh, that's the old one. He had an SP3 before, but
Surface
like a
Pro
Surface
3.
Pro. What did you get, Douglas? And by the way, sticker's still there. That's not what I was gonna say though. By the way, Doug is not into Apple products.
I'm not. I like to have full control over everything that I do.
AKA he's a nerd.
I like to nerd out on stuff. So I got a Dell XPS 15, which is like one of the best computers that you can have for video editing and working.
Yeah,
It's
because
actually like, people consider it like the Windows alternative to a MacBook Pro.
yeah. And why didn't you get the MacBook Pro, Douglas? Because they're about the same price.
I don't like Macs.
Because you can't modify anything, right?
Yeah, like you can't modify anything. You can't like change it.
Find your
the way that you
files.
want to. You take it in to repair it and they're like, oh, you might as well buy a new Mac while you're here.
Okay, that's not why. That's not why you don't like it.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. And oh, thank you. I even traded in my iPhone for a Samsung S9 Plus.
Yeah, and you guys, I legit, I've been using his Samsung to like take pictures. Wait, what is the Galaxy?
Galaxy S9
It
Plus.
is like a million times better than the iPhone 10. So, but I'm not gonna get a new one because then I have to pay another $1,000 for a stupid iPhone, and I'm just against it. So maybe next time I'll try a non-Apple product, but I think my Apple products have a couple years.
They
They
do.
last forever.
At least
I still like them.
your
but
MacBook Pro does at least. That iPhone though.
It's terrible. So Annabelle got her flu shot booster and we let her have a show. We actually have not been letting her have TV or like any kind of electronics.
It's been like a while now.
Yeah, it's been probably like 3 weeks. And honestly, like, we're not like super strict. I mean, right now we're super strict because for a while we would give her like, what were we letting her watch? Spirit on Netflix. She became obsessed with the horses. You guys know she loves horses. But she would just like scream for it. Like even when we put it on the TV, because we never really let her have our phones, and she would just like scream bloody murder after we turned it off, and we're just like, we're not gonna have a child that does that. It's like so,
Yeah, it's just not good.
so annoying.
Yeah.
So we like did not let her have it, and it's actually, at first it was challenging because it's like always so easy just to give them something if you like need to take a phone call or need to do something. But yeah, it's been like way better. I feel like her mood has improved.
It has.
And I know not every kid is like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like you're wrong if you give your kid electronics. Like you got to do you, especially if you are a stay-at-home mom who is breastfeeding a child. Like if I did not have Doug here, I think I would like just lose my mind because if I didn't like give her an electronic, because they will literally like wreck your whole house and you can't do anything because you're just sitting there breastfeeding. So I understand why moms give it, but anyways, so we're giving it to her now as like, because she was crying from her flu shot or her flu booster, but it's been challenging, but definitely doable, but only because Doug is here. I know that is the key, trust me. I feel like I'm in 3rd grade with my turtleneck, but I love it. It looks like Scarlett's an angel. Okay, we're gonna finish up some of the questions. I got so many, so thank you guys so much for sending in your questions. We might do like a part 2. Sometimes I don't. We might do a part 2. My hair is crazy. Okay, so this is from Madeline Salen. She says, can you guys make vlogs now that you have 2 babies? Well, more is coming on that front. As you can tell by the channel name change. What, Doug?
More vlogs.
Well, we'll address it in another video.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk more about like what's going on in our lives in another video this week. So stay tuned for that.
But is it possible to vlog with 2 babies?
What the heck? Is it possible to vlog? No. She's watching a show. Just kidding, it is. Plenty of people do it, but it's difficult when one screams in your ear every time you go beep beep with your camera.
It is hard.
Okay, this is from I'm Nurse Liz. Is going from 1 to 2 easier than 0 to 1? Thinking about adding another human, but scared. I'll let Doug answer this.
It's back and forth. So like in one way, it's a lot easier to go from 1 to 2 because like we already know what to expect with a small baby, but then you don't know what to expect with the first one.
Yeah,
so
because
like,
you've never done it. I think like mentally it's challenging for both, but I think as a new mom, it's harder with the first one because your whole life is like never the same again, and you have like no independence.
Yeah.
Like it's never going to be the same for you and the dad. But like especially if you become a stay-at-home mom like I did out of the blue, it's like totally crazy. So I think just the change for like the whole family dynamic and your relationship with your husband is like a lot more, I wouldn't say challenging. It's just
Different.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't say that, but it's difficult, I think.
Yeah, it is.
But with the second one, it's hard. It's really hard, especially if you have like the first one is small. I think if your first one is like older,
like 4
I would have,
like
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
You guys can let me know if you have older ones with the second one. But like for us, Annabelle's not even 2 yet. She's 2 December 23rd. So she's still like a baby. And so she doesn't understand a lot of things, and there's just a lot of guilt there. But I don't know. I think they're both like challenging sometimes.
They are.
It's from Mika Frenette. I thought this was funny. Doug rolls his eyes. But she says, do you ever get creeped out by how obsessed some people are with you and your family? Okay, I honestly do not feel like people watch me. Like, I know that sounds so dumb and naive or whatever you want to call it, but I really genuinely, like, I don't feel like a lot of people watch.
There's no like celebrity feeling, because we're not celebrities.
That's such a stupid word, because I don't even...
I know. There's none of that feeling of like the weird shock, like, oh my goodness, all these people watch me.
I don't even feel anything. It's just like a number.
But
I don't know.
There are instances where people get a little too involved.
Take it too far. Oh yeah.
Take it a little bit
like
too
there
far.
are like certain people that I get creeped out by, but not like a mass amount of people where I'm like that's weird, they want to know so much. Because I watch vloggers, like not as much anymore, but I for years, like 6 years, I've been watching family vloggers. So like I don't think it's weird. I want to know what the girl eats for breakfast. Like I want to know like why they chose their minivan.
It's not weird, like the concept of it isn't weird.
No.
But some people make it weird.
Some people ask questions and I'm just like why do you think it's okay to ask such personal, like really personal questions to a stranger online? Like I would never do it, but like some people feel like it's fine. But I think that they would never do it in person.
Probably not.
So
but
I
that's
mean,
the
I
chance,
don't know.
the chance to ask it online.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, this again, I always get this question, and I'm not saying this is like too personal because I know I just answered that question, but I don't feel like this is too personal, but I keep getting this question and I always get it. It's like the number one of the top questions. How do you find special time with each other when you co-sleep? I answered this in another Q&A, so I'll link that video down below. It's kind of comical. The way Doug, you don't even know. He doesn't even watch him, so he has no idea what he said. You better watch out.
Okay.
But yeah, like we already answered that question, so I get this question all the time.
Everyone always asks us that.
Dude, plenty of people co-sleep and have like a million kids. Okay, they make it work. So anyways, watch that video if you want to find out. This is from Haji Paji. What is yours and Doug's age difference? 1 year.
Yeah.
I'm 26, he's 27.
It's like 352 days or something.
Yeah, because his birthday is February 23rd. I always get it wrong, you guys. I know. And mine's February 12th, so 1 year apart. This one's from Life by Valerie. Do you want to read it, Doug?
Yeah, it says, how do you stay focused on working on your business and taking care of yourself with babies?
So we actually vlogged like a bit behind the scenes. It's like nothing crazy, obviously, because you can't get anything out of a toddler. But that's coming next week. But do you want to answer?
Yeah, we get work done
when they sleep.
It's like every waking moment that you have, that you think you have to yourself, now goes to your business. So it's like,
oh yeah,
it's like I'm not taking breaks to like watch TV or play games.
Yeah, it's only because we have a child, 2 children.
Yeah.
A lot of people love to like, I mean, not they don't love to, but I don't know, ever since I kind of exposed like the whole we work for ourselves, and like ever since I really opened up the conversation about like us trying to be like hustlers and like try and, I don't know, just make way more money than we do. A lot of people say you need to take a break, you need to chill out, Haley, like you should watch some TV, like give time to yourself, give yourself grace. I disagree. Only because we have 2 children.
That's
and
why.
We do get like way more downtime than the average person.
Yeah, because our downtime is being parents.
Yeah.
So it's like the typical,
like we don't get a release
the typical
from that.
entrepreneur is like, you know, you need to have breaks, you need to balance, even though there's no such thing as balance. We'll get into a lot of that. But for us, the downtime is like feeding Annabelle or changing Scarlett and playing with them and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So on the other side of that, when we're not doing those things, it's work time.
Yeah, and that sounds kind of like depressing. Like we would love to have time for ourselves. Like he would love to work on his car. He used to play video games in college. He probably would love that. I would love to get my nails done. Or, I mean, I do sometimes, but like do like go shopping by myself. Like I've never done that, probably 2 years. So we would love to do that, but it's just a phase of life. Like we're not at that phase.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
So we find time by just spending all the rest of our time working.
But we love it.
Yeah.
This one's from So Savvy. She says, why are Doug's jeans so strong? LOL.
I get asked that a lot.
Little twins. They're beautiful, by the way. I don't know. Like, I birthed little Dougs. Like, what can I say?
I read this thing a while back that was like, babies come out looking like their dads. So, like, because back in the day when, like, cavemen had so many kids or something like that, they could, like, recognize their kids because it looks like
That's just not true. My sister has 3 kids. One looks identical to her, the boy, Jace. And then the girl looks just like the dad. The other one is like a mixture of the two. Like identical.
Spot on.
So I just really have no idea. I just think like my features are like not as, I don't know. We'll see what they look like when they're older.
My samurai blood. My samurai blood.
The stupid DNA test. Anyways, I don't know, but a lot of you guys say that they are twins. And when she first came out, like in the vlog, like the birth vlog, which I am going to repost, by the way, I gotta edit that today. When like Scarlett first came out, I was like, oh my God, she's like a twin. Like I legit birthed the same child twice. But then now that she's like getting bigger, she's like almost 8 pounds. I see them so different now. Like I don't know about you.
No, they look a lot different.
Well, one is way bigger.
Until you put a hat on them.
Oh yeah, when you put a hat on them.
When you put a hat on them and it's like kind of like close to their eyes, like to Scarlett's eyes, I could put pictures next to them and they're like identical.
Yeah, they look identical. But I still think like Scarlett looks different to me than Annabelle.
She does.
Like when I look back at pictures of Annabelle like has a wider nose and she like has just like, I don't know, she looks different. This is from Miranda Colin. She says, are the babies worth it? Seems so shallow, but I'm so torn about having kids.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Because when you think about it, like before you have kids, you have like all this free time and time to yourself and time to do things that you want to do. And then you think about kids or your friend has a kid and they're just like, like they can't do anything.
When my sister had her kids, like when I was in college, I was literally like, this is craziness. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm a woman, so I know some women, obviously you don't even know if you want kids, but most women are like, yeah, I'll have kids one day. But like, I never said, oh wow, my sister's kids are so crazy, I don't want any part of it. But I still was like, wow. I mean, I need a few years for that. Yeah. And little did I know I had my first child at 24.
It's worth it. It's like so worth it, 100%. I always, like, you'll never be ready.
No.
So just whenever you have your kids, you have your kids. And then, no, you're not the only person that thinks, like, is this shallow? Is it shallow of me to think that? No, it's like.
You don't need to have a kid. No, like, don't have one if you don't want one.
Yeah, it's totally, like, reasonable to sit there and think, like, I don't want kids right now.
Yeah, or ever.
Or ever.
But like there are things that like Annabelle will do, like progressing wise, just with her development, that will sit there and be like, wow, this is the most rewarding thing. And sometimes it will just like hit you in the face. Like we're not constantly like, we love our kids. Like, I mean, people say that on social media all the time, but there are days where you're like, I wish I could just sit and scroll my phone for like 2 minutes alone. Like it just, you know, like yesterday, Annabelle, what did she do with the chocolate milk? Oh yeah, it's so simple. But yesterday we were eating Chick-fil-A and Annabelle, we asked her like, do you want water? And she said, no, chocolate milk, which sounds like, what are you even talking about? But the fact that she like answered with like a semi-complete sentence, like, no, I have chocolate milk instead. It like blew us away. We were like,
well, what was mind blowing of it was like, she pointed over there at the chocolate milk because she already had it. Like, yeah. We were like, do you want some water?
Normally she'd be like, no.
She's like, chocolate milk. And
like she has it, like all nonchalantly. We're like, oh my God, you're a little person. So just like little things about like seeing them develop is just the most rewarding thing of our life. Yeah. Like it doesn't compare to us getting married. No. It doesn't compare to us doing anything with our businesses or like.
It's crazy.
Nothing. It's just, it's amazing. But it's a struggle right now. the twos coming up. Anyway, so that's about it for today's little parenting Q&A. And I don't know, there's like a giant, it's okay, Doug, you can just like.
I'm just like.
And I think I might do a part 2 because I got so many questions. But don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like this video if you like it, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye guys.